Shivaya Namaha, Shivaya Namaha, Shivaya Namaha. Om Om Yo Brahmanam Vidadhati Purvam Yo Vai Vedanscha Prahinoti Tasmai Tam Devamatma Buddhi Prakasham Mumukshurvai Sharanamaham Prapadye. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadityo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartribhyo Vanshashibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyaha Sarvopaplavarahitaha Prajnanaganaha Pratyagartho Brahmaivahamasmi Brahmaivahamasmi. Vedantartha Vibhasakaya Gurave Shantaya Sannyasine Nanavadi Nagendra Sanghapavaye Yogindra Vandyaya Cha Mohadvanta Divakaraya Bhagavatpada Pidham Bibhrate Tasmai Bhashikrite Namostu Satatam Purnaya Bodhatmane. Vakyarthashta vicharyatam Shrutishirah Pakshassamashriyatam Dustarkat Suviramyatam Shrutimatastarko Nusandiyatam Brahmasmiti vibhavyatam Harahat Garva Parityachyatam Deheham Matiruchyatam Buddhajanehi Vadav Parityachyatam. Vada Utsrujyatam is also the reading, which is more correct because that is how the commentaries have Utsrujyatam. So now, the responsibility of having said that Aikyam is possible in Lakshat. What is the responsibility of this Siddhanti to show that there is a Lakshat? Only if you are able to show there is Lakshat, then Aikyam is also possible. The impossibility that Vishishtartha can be ignored or can be given up was expressed earlier through the example of Ghata and Pata. Ghata is Vishishta, Pata is Vishishta, they are different and therefore there is a difference in them. So also Ishvara is Vishishta, Jiva is Vishishta, and therefore the difference will always exist. To which we have replied, saying, in the sense the Siddhanti has said that there is no pramana. The difference is pramana siddham. But there is no other pramanam which can arrive on the scene and nullify the difference. So what kind of a pramanam will you require over there in order to nullify? That we will require any of these pramanas. Use any of these pramanas to show that there is no difference. Which all pramana, what should that pramana do? That this pramana should show that there is abheda between, so which means there is no bheda between the ghata and pata, the pot and the cloth. Do you find any pramana? Does pratyaksha pramana show you that? In fact, pratyaksha pramana shows you the difference. Does the anumana pramana, which means inference, shows you that? No. Then does the upamana pramana show you that? No. Does the anupalabdhi pramana show you that? No. Does the arthapatti pramana show you that? No. And does even the shabda pramana show you that? No. So there is no pramana that is available which can come and show the abheda between ghata and pata. And therefore, even if you pick up the ghata, you will be picking up the pata. If you pick up the pata, you are still picking up the ghata. Does it happen that you thought that you have slept with a cloth on your, you had pulled the cloth on your body at night, but when you wake up in the morning, you find a pot on your stomach. Do you wake up like that? No. So there is no such thing available. Abheda is pramana siddham. Over there is no pramana to show the abheda. So basically, a wrong example has been employed. It is true that they are vishishta. Though vishishta, but there is no pramana which will establish the abheda between ghata and pata. So not that. Between Ishvara and Jiva, though the vachyartha is vishishta, okay. How vishishta? What is the visheshana there? Sarvajñatva, alpajñatva. Sarva shaktimatva, alpa shaktimatva. So sarva and alpa becomes the visheshanas. So we will call this together as Ishvaratva and Jivatva. So Ishvara is vishishta with what? Ishvara is vishishta as with Ishvaratva. And this fellow, the Jiva, is vishishta with Jivatva. Ness. Okay? Tva means ness. So, but we have a pramanam which is showing Jiva and Ishvara is one, there is abheda. Which pramanam do you have? Tattvamasi. We have a Shabda pramanam. And therefore now we have to work around it. Abheda is not possible in Vachyartha, has been said. Now you understand what is Vachyartha, right? The immediate meaning or the literal meaning of once the sentence or the word is spoken is not possible. Then where is it possible? In Lakshyartha. No, there has to be a Lakshyartha. And if there is no Lakshyartha, no object available corresponding to that to it, then it will become a empty word or empty sentence, zero meaning. It will become only a vikalpa. It will become only a vikalpa like Vandhyaputra or Shashashringa. Vikalpa. We have to show that there is a Lakshyartha. How does the Shastrakara show that there is a Lakshyartha? He says that there is a Paramarthika Swarupa. There is the real nature of Jiva and the real nature or the true nature of Ishvara. What is the true nature of Jiva? So now he has picked up all your experiences in which you claim, I am this, I am this, I am this, I am this. Now all these experiences are put on an anvil to be thrashed, to be verified, to be analyzed. And he picked up first one, that I am a Deha. I am this body, a man, woman, young, old, sick, healthy, tall, short, stout, lanky, all these things. What do you pick up saying that? I am the body. I'm fair, I'm dark, I'm black, I'm yellow, I'm brown. All these things what is spoken about a body, and therefore now you have body as the meaning of the word I. But is this the true meaning of word I? Can this body become the meaning of the word I? So then he showed that it is what will be the difficulty, what will be the problem if this is taken. And since there is this discrepancy, the body is not the meaning of word I. Now he goes further. Let us go. So what are we doing? Lakshartha of the word tvam. What are we going for? Lakshartha, the implied meaning of the word tvam, you. When the speaker says you, what is the experience of the listener? I. And therefore, we are looking for the irrefutable meaning of word I. Correct? I am sick can become I am healthy. So the sickness and healthiness is there, which has changed, but I has not changed. So there is definitely a confusion between two elements. One is that which is changeless, and the other one is a changing one. So that which is constantly changing is being misunderstood as changeless. I am has never ever undergone any change. I am young can become I am old. I am sick can become I am healthy. I am healthy can become I am sick. I am a man also can be transformed into I have become a woman. Possible. Then, but I has not changed. I has always remained I. I has always been. So that what is changeless is being confused for the changing, that which changes. And therefore, because it is a misunderstanding and erroneous knowledge, the erroneous knowledge always will get corrected, will be refuted, negated, nullified, all falsified is possible with erroneous knowledge. But with that, with knowledge as such, which means the yogya knowledge, not erroneous, yathartha jnana, it does not get refuted or falsified or negated. Truth. So what are we going for? We are now going to look for the meaning of word I. We are going to look for the meaning of word I. How should this meaning be? Not the meaning which is immediately available to you. That what is immediately available to you is what I am Karta, I am Bhokta. I am a small little entity. I am the doer. I am the experiencer. This Vachyartha is available, but we are seeing that there are problems with this Vachyartha. Sometimes you say, I am this body. Sometimes you say, when you say, I am hungry, I am thirsty, you are referring to the pranas. Sometimes then you say, I am happy, I am sad, you are referring to the mind. Then sometimes you say that I am confident, I am confident, you are referring to the Vijnanamaya Kosha. Now look at that. Sometimes you say that I know, and other times when you are in deep sleep, I did not know anything. Ajnanam is admitted. So now, in these cases, which thing do you mean by I? Sometimes you mean body, sometimes you mean prana, sometimes you mean the mind, sometimes you mean the intellect, sometimes you mean the Anandamaya Kosha. What exactly is meant by your word I? Because your definition of word I changes, and I has never changed. And therefore, there is certainly there is a confusion, there is a misunderstanding. And therefore, we have to analyze what exactly, how truly is what, or what exactly is the meaning of word I. So this is the Paramarthika Swarupam. Paramarthika means true nature, real nature of I. And if you are able to see the irrefutable meaning of word I, which is now we are calling is Lakshartha, is Paramarthika Swarupa, and within this Paramarthika Swarupa, that what is found as now irrefutable is Brahman, is what the understanding will be. So oneness is possible there. Where was the oneness not possible? As long as the confusion existed, as long as the error will exist, you will not be able to see the oneness. Atma is Brahman, is one will not be able to see and appreciate till what point? Till the point error continues. Got it? And therefore, now what is Lakshartha of word Tvam? Then we will also shift to the Lakshartha of word Tat, Ishvara. Then that what is shown by the word Ishvara, that what is shown by the word Jiva is one and the same. The object is same. And so ekatvam is possible. And therefore the sentence Tattvamasi is how? Is not a faulty, defective sentence. So pramanyam of this sentence remains unaffected. In order for pramanyam to be established, you understand what is pramanyam? It pramanatvam. So you understand tvam, right? Like tattvam, patatvam, pramanyam means pramanatvam. Okay, ness. So in order for it to be a pramana, two conditions are there. Which all? That it should be able to show you something that was unknown and will remain unknown. So it is that is the reason why it is generating knowledge. Knowledge means that something was not known before and now known. So there is something in between these 2 points which has made the unknown known. And what was that? The function of pramana. When the pramana functioned, this happened. For the pramana to function, we require the pramana by itself, and also we require that the pramana should be unobstructed. We require pramanam, we require the pramanam to be unobstructed. Got that? Like you have eyes. Eyes are pramanam, except you now this is okay. It is an instrument, a tool through which knowledge of colors and forms is generated. So you have the tool, you have the instrument, औजार है आपके पास. अब क्या होगा? Suppose if there is some cloth or something on the eyes, will the eye be able to function? No. Chakshurindriya won't be able to function. Forget anything else, some darkness, or even some mucous membrane, just that what comes, the sticky substance. If it comes, will the eye be able to function properly? No. So we require the pramanam, and we require the pramanam to be unobstructed. So between the 2 points, ignorance and now knowledge, there is pramanam, and pramanam is functional. You don't have to do anything. There is no role of the ego in the knowledge. It functions. There is no role of the will. If you have eyes, there is adequate light and the eyes are open, knowledge of colors and forms takes place. Whether you want or you don't want is irrelevant. Will, in case of knowledge, is, so knowledge is not resting on the ego. You see, that's why knowledge is not Purusha Tantram, it is Vastu Tantram. If the object is blue, you will see it blue. Oh, but I don't like blue color, I like pink color. Hey, you may like pink or whatever, but this is blue, the eyes will show it blue. If the eyes are okay. If there is some defect in some, rod cell, cone cells, then you may not see the blue color. That's a different case. Color blindness, then there is a problem. You understand? So pramanam is there. This pramanam has pramanyam, which means pramanatvam-ness. What is your pramanam over here? Shabda pramanam. Which shabda? It is a sentence. Which sentence? Tattvamasi. Is it a pramanam? Yes, it is a pramanam. What is it showing? Abheda. Abheda between what? So, between Jiva and Ishvara. Tat and Tvam. But there is an immediately, what do you see? The words are different. And the immediate meaning delivered by those words are also different. Alpajna and Sarvajna. Alpashakti and Sarvashakti. Where is the question? So when there is a difference, how can you say there is no difference? So we are saying yes, the difference is there as long as the ignorance and the error created by the ignorance will be there. How long will it be there? As long as the confusion remains. And therefore, what are we doing? We are removing the confusion. So let us look at the word tvam. What do you discover in the word tvam? that there is a confusion between these two things. That what is changeless is confused for that what is changing. That what is changing is confused for changeless. So there is a mutual confusion between two things. Mutual. Anyonyadhyas. What is it? Anyonyadhyas. Anya ka anya mein adhyas. Okay. Anyasya anye adhyasaha. Atma is one thing, anatma is one thing, and there you're considering Atma as anatma. There is one fellow called as Ram, there is another one called as Sham. You are confusing Ram for Sham. Sham for so Anyonyadhyas. And also confusing Sham for Ram, Anyonyadhyas. Now, actually, there is something more also over here, but I will just give you a hint and then look at it some other time. Hopefully, people are there and they're going well. Light is required? No, I don't think light is required. Is the image okay? Video? Or
Yes,
you need...
Swamiji, it's perfect.
So, okay. Now what happens? Now, the thing is, in Vedanta, this is called as, this is Viveka. Why not Vedanta? This is Viveka. Viveka means, it means Vichir Prathak Karane. The word Viveka comes from the root Vichir Prathak Karane. पृथक करने का मतलब होता है to segregate, to separate. Then it is Vivek. And what happens through segregation? That the object, whatever that object is cognized as that object. In general, all our language and cognition is Viveka. I will show you how. When you say cat, does it mean camel? No. So it is something different from camel. Does it mean a whale? No. Does it mean a refrigerator? No. So when you are saying cat, it is refusing, it is segregating from millions of other objects and showing you only that one animal cat. You see? Separating it. Like that, we have Vivek, which is Prathak Karane. But this Viveka in Vedanta, one step at a time, is little different from the Viveka of Yoga and Sankhya. Don't go by the word Sankhya of the Bhagavad Gita. In that, over there, Sankhya means Vedanta. Sankhya philosophy. Sankhya Darshanam of Kapil Muni. Okay. Over there is Vivek between Purusha and Prakriti. And Purusha and Prakriti, both of them have equal degree of reality. Now, example I will give you. There is a book in my hand. There is a handkerchief. What do you call it? A towel. Okay. So we can say the book is as real as the towel. Got it? That means the book and the handkerchief have the same degree of reality. But when you sew, The book is not the towel is not the book. But in case of snake and the rope, is the snake the rope? Is the rope the snake? No. So they are two different. Then are they as different as the book and the towel? The rope, you are going to say, also has degree of reality, because you say the rope is, so it is existing. Then you also said the snake is, there is a snake, is the existence, reality to it. Are both of them of the same equal degree? Then you are going to say that, well, the rope is real because it is transactional reality, whereas the snake was an apparent reality. It appeared to be real. That's all. So it appeared real or not. So for it to be called as real, it should have reality. Then what reality? Not the same kind of reality which the rope has. It has a different kind of real, apparent reality. Pratibhasika satta. So now the viveka which is there in Vedanta is of a different kind. It is not talking about Atma and Anatma both having the same degree of reality. What is it? The viveka is of Satya and Mithya. Okay? What is the viveka about? It is not about Satya and Satya. It is about Satyam and Mithya. But this topic elsewhere. Now let us work on the words Tat and Tvam. So we are taking up the word Tvam first. And your very experiences are being taken over here for analysis. Ultimately, only experience will be analyzed. Okay, here we go. न देहः न देहो जीवः उत्पत्ति विनाशवतः तस्य जीवत्वे कृतहान अकृताभ्यागम प्रसंगात् अभ्यागम प्रसंगात्. We saw this yesterday. What is the reason that the deha cannot become the meaning of word tvam? Deha means physical body. Annamaya kosha. It is called as Annamaya kosha because it is nothing but modification of food. When the wheat was there on the plant, what do they call on that? What do you call whatever? A shoot. It looked different. When it was thrashed, it looked different. When it was made into flour, it looked different. When it was made into dough, it looked different. When it was rolled on your pot, it looked different. And when it was actually roasted, it looked different. When it was chewed in your mouth, it looked different. When it went into your stomach, it looked different. And when it has become the body, it looks different. What is ultimately this body then? Just wheat modified. गेहूं चना जौ जो खाए हो उसी का modification है. That is what is transformed and looks like this body. Big deal. Annamaya. That's why it is this body, physical body is food, food modified. That's it. This Annamaya Kosha, this physical body, can it be called as the meaning of the word I? So now there is a dosha in saying that. No, it cannot be. What is that dosha? Basically, it is Utpatti Vinashava athava Utpatti Vinashavan. Teha is Pumlinga, so Utpatti Vinashavan. There is a birth to this body, and it will also perish. Ultimately, it will start deteriorating, and the deterioration will reach to that extent that it will finally be totally, completely destroyed. Utpatti and Vinasha is there. Okay. Deterioration happens even when you are still living. What is old age? Deterioration. We all admit that, before I was able to run 10 miles every day. Now how much do you run only to the bathroom? Huh. Then, this is what? This is deterioration. There is up to a point there is deterioration, and after that, after that a point of deterioration, it will even perish, totally be destroyed. Okay. So utpatti is there. Utpatti means birth, and vinasha means destruction. Is there for this body. Do you ever have this experience of I being born, I getting weaker and finally gets perished? I remains I unchangingly. Ye gyan, this knowledge, this samvit, I am. As a child, was it weak? As a young man, has it become more? Has it become less? As in, sick person, I am remains I am. Unchanging. So there is no experience of or knowledge of it getting denser, it becoming sparser. No, no such thing. But about the body, yes, Utpatti and Vinasha, and in between all those things are seen. Asti jayate, vardate, viparinamate, apakshiyate, vinashyate. All these things are seen with the body. But is it seen with eye? No. Then to put them together is an error. And this is an error. We are not saying sin or anything. What is it? Error. Vedanta is not based on some, your sin and all that. These words also are not there. What is there? Punya Papa is where applicable to the Karta and Bhokta. But this meaning that I am Karta and Bhokta itself is erroneous. Then everything that is based on it remains only there. How long will it be? How long will it be applicable and true? So long as the meaning of word I as Brahman is not cognized. Rather, the meaning of word I remains Karta Bhokta. Till then, the Punya and Papa will change you. Remaining Karta and Bhokta, you say there is nothing like Punya and Papa, then this is foolish. It is foolish. We will also say there is nothing like punya pap. But when the meaning of word I is Brahman, as long as you say that the meaning of word is karta and bhokta, till then the punya pap, etc., and the phalas of punya and pap as sukha and dukkha will continue. There is no escape from there. The only way you can escape from the dream tiger is to wake up. Not to start a new dream. That is not escape from the dream at all. So, utpatti vinashavataha tasya jivatve, then there will be kritahan and akritabhyagam, being punished for something that you are not responsible. पाप किसी ने और ने किया, फल तुमको मिल रहा है, ऐसे होगा? नहीं, ये नहीं है. He who does it gets it as the phala consequence. We come to him. But Swamiji, locally, colloquially, don't we in common parlance we say that माँ बाप का पाप बच्चों को लगता है? Sins of the father. Jeffrey Archer has written the book also. Sins of the father go to the father. Jivatve kritahana krtabhyagama prasangat. Then, if you say the collection of indriyas is the meaning of word I, then we say indriyanam paraspara vilakshana karyakartrinam tesham yo aham rupam adraksham saiva idanim sprashami iti ekatvena pratyabhijnana vishayatva ayoga. Indriyas are many, and all the indriyas have different functions to perform. The eyes have their own function to perform. The skin has its own function to perform. Skin in the sense, Vagindriya. Okay. So I'm using, this is the one because English language does not give me that permission to use, or it does not have that provision, not permission, but provision of distinguishing the organs, the physical organs from the faculty. But here we get that. This is physical body. So this structure, that what you call as hand, belongs to the physical body. But the indriya, which is the karmendriya, hastendriya, belongs to the subtle body. Doesn't belong to the gross body. It is not a part of the gross body. This physical structure is a part of the gross body. We have 10 indriyas. So now he is going to say, are these indriyas the meaning of word collectively, or do they make I? Let us all come together and make I. They came and then now become I. Really speaking, you know, the fun is there is no plural for I. We are going to say but we in English language or any language, aham is the singular I. Vayam is what? Plural. I, singular. We, plural. Rose is singular. Roses is plural. That roses means rose plus rose plus rose. But what is we? I plus you plus he becomes we. Where are three eyes? For the plural of I to be we, there should be three I's. But over here, we means I plus you plus he. Where is the plural of I? Show the plural. We can show this rose plus rose plus rose is roses. How do you have any plural for that? But in language we have to use, so it is there, functional, it is accepted because the job is done. व्यवहार सिद्ध हो जाता है, that's why it is acceptable. But on an analysis, where is it? Where is it? So now, then will the I be able to claim? I means the Chakshurindriya. Okay. Will the Chakshurindriya be able to claim, I have heard Lata Mangeshkar singing? And the ears can claim, but will the eye be able to claim? No. Will the nose be able to claim, I have heard Lata Mangeshkar singing? No. At the most, he can say, the nose can say, in that Lata Mangeshkar's concert that I went to, live concert, I was able to smell the popcorn in the other fellow's bucket. He cannot say, I heard Lata I have heard Lata Mangeshkar. No. So individually, every Indriya has a different experience. But your experience is, I, the one who heard, is the one who has smelled. I am the one who saw, is the one who has heard. In your experience, there is no such split. But if the Indriyas were to be called as I, then the Chakshur Indriya is definitely different from the Grana Indriya. There cannot be this Pratyabhijna. This very Pratyabhijna of say proves that this I is not the individual Indriyas or even their collective form as the self. And therefore, this I is not even the individual Indriyas or their collection. So now, now even why did we take this up? Because you claim, I am seeing, I am hearing, I am smelling, I am tasting, I am walking, I am talking, I am sitting. And therefore, what is there? There is an adhyasa superimposition of the Indriyas on the self, confusing the I for the Indriyas. But is this I the individual Indriya or even the collection of Indriyas? No. This very Pratyabhijna means recognition. Your very experience, we don't have to give you anything alaukic. What are we doing over here? Analyzing the very experiences. Because we have taken this, though you may have an experience, but if that experience is not known, understood, then that experience is of no use. And people are saying you need to have an experience. We are saying, no, there is ample experience. All that you need is knowledge. But the neo-spiritualists are what? You don't need knowledge. You need experience. We will give experience. So they are experience deliverers. So means what? No knowledge means we want only ignorance. Stay foolish. So that is what you will keep on doing. Then furthermore, no manaha. Now we are going to even analyze your experience that I am the mind. Psychology. Take this. Just one sentence he has given over here to put it down. We don't require long. We don't need to go, talk about Sigmund Freud and the history of psychology and, no need. That whole thing goes down here with one sentence. What do you say? Mama manaha, my mind. For you to use mama, it is mine, my bag, which means you are not the bag. You possess it, you own it, you claim it, but it cannot be you. Mama manaha, my mind is dull, my mind is bright. So the adhyasa is of two types. Superimposition. One is that as aham, and one is as mama. Both these are adhyasas. So mama manaha iti bhinnatvena anubhavat, because it is experienced as being different by you. My mind is confused today. My mind is very clear now. So bhinnatvena anubhavat. So also this I cannot be even the ego. The I cannot be the ego. Now that ego means id, ego, super ego, everything put together, whatever. Okay. Then na hankaraha, not even the ahankara. Why? Because Jagrat Swapna Sushuptishu Utpatti Vinashanubhavena Kalatraya Avasthai Jiva Swarupatva Yogat Shunyatve Swasya Eva Asatva Prasanga. Kalatraya Avasthai Jiva Swarupatva Ayogat. Okay. Now, this ahankara, the ego, this fellow, whosoever whatever that ego is, in the three states, Jagrat, Swapna, and Sushupti. Jagrat means waking, dream, and the deep sleep. What happens to the ego? Is the ego same of the Jagrat in the dream? Okay, is it? In the Jagrat Avastha, you have had sumptuous food. Okay. So now what is the ego going to say? Oh, well, I'm too full. I'm bloating. Okay. I'm full. I'm so full that I can't even breathe. I can't breathe because I'm full. So he has eaten sumptuously and goes to sleep. Then there is a dream. He dreams that he is a famished beggar. So in the Jagrat, he is neither a beggar nor even famished, hungry and thirsty. There he sees it. So there are two people then. I who claims to be hungry and famished, the I who now claims that he is full. So the ego, is it the same in Jagrat Swapna? Has changed. You see? And then both of them are responding. Both of them are responding. absence of the ego too. So the presence of the ego, the absence of the ego is illumined by this. Then can this I be the ego? No, I am something that is still different than the ego. The body, the senses, or the organs, the mind, the ego, everybody claims that they are I. Different experiences and at different points. There is a claim everywhere, but ultimately even this ego is not there. If suppose one says that this ego is the self, then or the Atma, then what will be the problem? In spite of this the logic that is being shown over here, what will be the problem? Here he goes. He says, Kalatrayavasthai Jivaswarupatva Ayoga. If this is the self which is present in all the three segments of time is not accepted, then what happens? Shunyatve, then there will be absence. There will be absence of the self. And if there is absence of the self, swaseva asattva prasangat, then one will become non-existing, and that is against your experience in the sense. Because even when the ego was not there, I still was. So this the meaning of word I is not even the ego or even the thought I am. Because in the deep sleep, even the thought I am is absent. So I is not even the thought aham vritti. So not even the ego. Ataha parishishtam. And therefore now whatever is parishishta, whatever is parishishta means whatever is left behind. How is it? Kinchit rupam angikaraniya. Whatever is now left behind, you will have to accept it is there. You will have to accept it is there. Whatever is there is there. The I is not the body or the organs or the mind or the ego, but is there. Something is there. That something, as persistem, then one will have to accept. We do not know what exactly, but something is there. That is there. We are saying that is the paramarthika rupam of whatever that I is the paramarthika rupam of Jiva. Is this I then the paramarthika I, karta or bhokta? Because even if you were going to say it's karta bhokta, it will be limited to the ego. And we have already seen can't be I. The ego can't be I. And so that whatever is left behind is the self. Angikaraniyam will have to, it has to be now accepted. Tadeva uparmatikam rupam jivasya. This is the lakshartha. So now you cannot say that whatever you are saying lakshartha is shunya, empty word. No, it is there. And therefore, whatever it is there. It is not empty. Therefore, there is lakshartha. Now we have reached the Lakshartha of Tvam. Then we have to reach the Lakshartha of Tat. That whatever is shown by Tvam, Lakshartha, and that what is shown by the word Tat in its as its Lakshartha is one and the same. This is how we have to, in various ways, the Vakyam. Which Vakyam? Tattvamasi has to be Vicharyam, has to be analyzed. And therefore he said, Vakyarthascha Vicharyata. What is to be done? Vakyarthascha Vicharyata. To the vivek of this Vakyartha. Let us see this a little more when we meet again next. Om Purnamataha Purnamidam Purnaha Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanta Shanta Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashikatau Vande Bhagavatau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavadvyaptadehaaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha.